Welcome back to the Talltale Tavern, the monthly one-shot adventure TTRPG podcast. My name is Kyle, I am your tavern master and host, and we are back for the second half of the finale of the Great Gladiator Tournament. 8 players made it to the final round, and in our last episode, we said goodbye to Rend, Sir Hoppington, and Gobson. Let's join our remaining players, Swain, Bones, Mav, Clay, and Brooke, as they hope to be the last ones standing in this great GlaD&Diator tournament. Roll the intro! You hear the gong as the giant swings his club against it, and he swings it again and again for a total of 3 times on the gong. And you look up in the sky and see the purple clouds start to swirl into a funnel cloud. It touches down on the ground at the center of the arena, and a swirling tornado quickly expands, consuming all of you. All you can see is swirling purple mist that smells faintly of grape. And then the mist goes away, and you see something new. Silas, you find yourself in the place where you were the most happy in your life. What do you see around you in this place? Where are you at?
I am in a kind of like this like field meadow type thing with, you know, a place that my parents would always take me to.
Good. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
How about a 13?
You're going to take 3 points of psychic damage as you continue to stay in your vision. Brad, where were you when you were the most happy, and what do you see in this space?
Me and, well, I look over my left and Lee is there attached to my left, and we're eating wings at D&D Las Vegas, and it's the happiest I've ever been.
Great. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
5.
You take 3 points of psychic damage. Gobson, as the swirling purple mist creates a new vision for you, this place that you were the most happy, what do you see?
I think it's when Gobson and I first stacked. But like we pretend to be one person in our day-to-day lives. So it was the first time that we were treated as one person, and we're doing our job and we're just treated like as if we were one.
Okay. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Got a 2.
A 2. You take 3 points of psychic damage. The Marquis, where are you at in this place where you were the most happy in your life?
So the Marquis is on his belly at the top of a canyon, watching a train of settlers, travelers, somebody traveling through this gorge. And looking off to his left and his right are the members of his gang, and 2 or 3 men down is the leader. And his face is turned away, though he can't see it. It's almost like there's a shadow over it that he can't see it clearly. He knows it's him, but he can't see his face. But he knows that he's about ready to charge down this canyon and rob this whole train.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
22, natural 20.
22. You look at this, the train, something feels off. It doesn't feel like the real place, and you're able to shake this away, and the scene becomes purple mist again, and then goes up and out of a narrow funnel. And you look and you can see that you are in a glass bottle on the floor of the gladiator arena. And you see the other remaining players in glass bottles and you can see this purple swirling mist kind of affecting each one of them. And you take no damage. Argos, where were you when you were most happy in your life? What does Argos see?
Yeah, he sees, kind of as he looks down his hands, that he's much younger, but he's just kind of looks around and he's outside of his wooden shed that serves as his house that's just in the middle of trees for as far as his eyes can see.
Good. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
That is a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. You're able to recognize that this is not real, and the purple mist goes away out the top of this glass bottle that you find yourself in at the floor, on the floor of this gladiator arena, seeing the others affected by this. And you look and you see the Marquis is not surrounded by his purple mist anymore.
Kyle, just a clarifying point here. So we're still in a bottle very small. Is it a big bottle? Is it a small bottle and we're very small? Like what?
So it's your normal size, and
Okay.
the bottle is like 10 feet radius, or 10 feet like base, I guess.
Got it. So the smoke comes out of the bottle. We're still in it.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
Genie Inception.
Lee, describe to us where you were when you were most happy in your life and what you see at this point.
Lee is at a dive bar. It's open mic night, and he's up on a little stage, and his left hand is pressing down the strings as he picks the chords on a guitar, and to his right, attached to him, is Brad, who's doing the strumming on the other side of the guitar.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Y'all are so fucking corny, and I love it.
Oh boy, that's a 4.
A 4. You take 3 points of psychic damage.
I hear the Hydra's happiest memory.
The Marquis and Argos, you can see that the floor has been swept. The Hydra is gone from the arena. Silas, give me another wisdom saving throw as this vision continues for you.
18.
An 18 will succeed, and that purple mist funnels up and out of the bottle, and you find yourself in the bottle and see the Marquis and Argos.
Kyle, as because Argos, I guess I could have watched this happen to Argos as well, but I'm watching it happen to Silas. Does the purple mist go anywhere, or does it just dissipate?
Dissipates.
Okay.
And Brad, go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw.
4.
A 4. You take 3 more points of psychic damage as you're unable to figure out that this isn't real. The Marquis, or Gobson, excuse me.
All right, I've got 1 HP. Let's see how this goes. I rolled another 2.
A 2.
Honestly, this is how Gobson would want to go.
And so you, as your life force is going to leave your body, it's going to go in a very peaceful way. So what are you feeling? What is this vision? How does this vision end for you?
I think just feeling whole and feeling like this is where we were meant to be.
And Gobson, you die, and your life force leaves your body and goes to whatever's next, and looking for Hobson and maybe rejoining in the after. The smoke leaves from your glass tube, and the others see your body on the ground, kind of in a napping position. The Marquis, anything that you would like to do as
Yes.
you're in your bottle?
I want out of this bottle. Is there? How's the bottle shaped? Is there a way I can climb out, or do I
You
need
will
to
not be able to get out. It's a really small, funnel. It's like a really small hole at the top.
Okay.
Like you could get your fist through.
Beep, beep, beep. No, he's gonna kind of look around. Do I have a sense of how thick this glass is? Like, is it very clearly like extremely thick? You know, does it look like
Looks
it's
pretty
distorting?
Thin. Looks pretty thin.
That sounds fantastic to me. you know, when you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So he's going to pull out his cannon, place it right to the glass, fire off a round to see if he can shatter it.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack.
If I miss something literally at my muzzle end, I'm going to be very upset.
I mean, you're able to, since it's 10 feet, the base, you're able to not take... Was it 10 to hit?
I rolled a nat 1.
Okay.
But I hit 10. I have a plus 9. So
the way we've been doing this is that if even in non-nat ones, I've let those hit for this whole thing, and the AC of this glass bottle is 10. And so go ahead and roll damage.
9 damage.
9. It shatters almost all the way through. It looks like it is just like barely together at this point.
Big ol' hole. Okay. In that case, I'm going to...
You just have to crit fail and you'll hit it, right?
Right. Well, that's why I'm thinking instead of hitting it with my Eldritch Cannon, he's going to leave that in the holster and he's going to draw like from his like a sheath that's on his vest, takes out a knife and just taps it at the glass so you can finish it off.
Okay.
And that's a 15 to hit.
That will hit.
For 6 damage.
6 damage. You are able to hit away the remainder of the glass, and you can exit your bottle.
What am I looking at? Like, what kind of? We're still in the same arena.
Yes, you're still in the same arena, and you see the crowd is around, and they seem to be able to see like what is happening. You see them like intently looking at the other bottles, and they are paying mind to you now that you've gotten out. You see a crowd member like nudge his buddy on his side and say, "Look, he's like out," and like you see like people start to like look at your direction.
Is there anything about the arena that I can tell? And when I'm talking about the arena, I mean the floor of the gladiator area we're in. That's like changed, or just other than the sand being kind of wiped clean?
Sand. It's like a Zamboni had gone over it, and everything is cleared off.
Okay.
A sand Zamboni.
I think there's 5 of us left. Can you give me a rough idea of where everybody is?
Pretty close. Like, you'd be able to get to all the glass bottles with your movement speed.
And where is this genie?
It's like kind of in a circle. Genie's sitting in his spot, watching.
So he, the glass crunching under his feet, he walks back toward the wall, like toward where the genie is if he's up above. And he twirls his revolver back into his holster, slides that knife back into his its sheath, and just stares the genie down for a moment before turning back around to kind of face the rest of the arena and see what happens. He's going to wait to see who gets out.
Okay. Argos, you are inside your bottle, and you've seen the Marquis get out.
So, did I attempt to hit the glass with my scimitar to break it? Is there enough like room for me to do that?
Yeah, there's enough room in there.
All right. That is a 14 to hit the glass.
That will hit the glass.
And then 8 damage.
8 damage. You crack it pretty good, but it's still up.
Okay.
Anything else for your turn?
I think that's it.
Okay. Lee, you are still inside the vision that you were having. Go ahead and give me another wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Nat 20. You realize this isn't true. This is from the past. This can't be now.
I'm off the deep end. Watch it. Wait a minute.
And the gas leaves the bottle, and you see that you are inside the glass bottle. I think Brad is the only one still in. Anybody?
Definitely still in.
What about Silas?
Silas made it. So
Okay.
we're back up to Silas. You are inside the glass bottle, and you can see that the Marquis has made it out.
Can I get far enough away from one side of this glass to use my crossbow?
You can, because it's like 10 feet, so you can get like against the glass to not have disadvantage.
Perfect. Want to do that?
Okay.
So because it's my loot. that turned around is you know, as a crossbow. So do that, and I fire that out, and that's going to be about a 21 to hit.
Okay. Will hit.
It deals 8 points of damage, and as it goes across that G flat major chord.
Okay, good. 8 points. Okay. The glass is still intact for you. Brad, you are in your vision, and you need to make another wisdom saving throw.
14.
14. That succeeds. The DC had changed down to 12 for this round, and you are able to realize that this isn't real, and the purple gas leaves out the bottle, and you can see that you are in a bottle.
No longer holding wings, just like kind of a little sad.
And as the gas leaves your bottle, all of the glass bottles disappear, and you hear the gong ring 4 times this time. Suddenly, the arena floor turns into water, and all of you fall straight in. You swim up to the surface to look for the other survivors. Between you, all floating in the water, kind of swimming to the surface, a slate gray fin passes just above the water. You look around and see 4 platforms made of ice floating nearby. You are all within 5 feet of each other and the platforms, and everybody, roll initiative!
Am I maintaining my invisibility throughout this? Is there a longer gap of time in between?
I was just about to say, like, the Marquis seeing Lee for the first time is like, there's a 5th guy? Like, what?
I have made all of my concentration checks. I have not lost concentration on it.
It's like for an hour you have it, right?
Let me check the duration of invisibility. I believe it's a pretty long time. Yeah, duration is up to an hour.
Yeah, so if you're making all those saves, you're still invisible. So you're still invisible. You're in the water. There was an empty bottle for a glass bottle that would have been empty.
Yeah.
And you are swimming in the water that is around everybody right now. You're very obviously there. You know, there's someone definitely taking up space in the water. The water isn't coming together at the top, like there's a hole in the shape of like your torso.
I'm splashing too much.
We all thought you died at the beginning.
Like a disintegrate spell.
So we'll go through the initiatives. Silas.
15.
Brad.
19.
The Marquis.
17.
And Argos.
8.
8.
Yeah.
And Lee.
12.
12. Okay. You've all fallen in the water. The entire floor of the gladiator arena is water, and you look down beneath you and just see endless expanse below of water. It doesn't seem to have an end. You had seen what looked to be a shark swimming nearby that kind of went out of view, and around you there are 5 icy platforms that look to be about 5 feet across. Looks like if you could get up on it, you would be out of the water. Brad, you are up first. What would you like to do?
I want to attempt to get out onto one of the platforms.
Okay, you are able to use your movement to get up on the nearest platform.
I'm gonna hold an action. I'm gonna hold the dodge.
That would probably just be using the dodge action.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you use the dodge action. Good. Anything else for your turn?
That'll be.
Okay. You all see a shark kind of move in between you and get right in the middle of all of you, and it heads towards Silas and tries to take a bite out of Silas. And it looks frenzied as all of you are missing some HP, and it will get advantage on its attack. On to Silas. That is an 18 to hit.
That hits.
And you will take 8 points of piercing damage. as that shark went and bit and hit you. That is its turn. And I need to pause for just a second.
If at any point I see Scott turn his fucking camera back on, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind.
The Marquis, what would you like to do?
Oh, I'm gonna get out of this water if I can. He's got heavy boots, leather jacket, all that gets immediately sodden. So he's gonna swim to the nearest ice platform, clamber up on up.
Okay, you get up on top of it.
Is there anything I notice about the arena that's, super obvious, aside from the water, the shark, a couple people in the water, and then the ice platforms?
Roll a perception.
Yeah, 13. Sorry, 12.
12. You are looking around, you don't see anything, you look in the water, you see another shadow go by in the water.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, so there's two of them. Marquis looks around at who's in the water and who isn't. Brad is out.
Yeah.
He's on his
platform and you are as well.
Silas, Lee, and Argos are in the water.
Yes.
I think you don't know about Oli.
Oh, that's true. Lee is, I guess, just a splashing something in the water.
I'm the shark.
that I may not necessarily notice. Yeah, maybe another shark. Are there? I'm assuming that the nearest platform to me was a different one from Brad.
How are the 4 platforms spaced?
Hey, yeah. How are they oriented? Are they like cardinal directions, north, south, east, west? Are they like is it a square? How are
around
they oriented?
you? It's like a square. It's like a square around you. Everyone's fairly close to them, able to swim there.
Okay.
Swimming takes double your movement speed unless you have a swim speed, but it's you're able to get there.
Got it. Which platform did I clamber onto? I'm letting you pick.
Clambered onto, yeah, so let's see how we do the directions. It's the bottom left one.
Okay. And Brad's on which one?
Brad's up on the top right.
Top right. Very good. In what I'm sure is going to surprise nobody in an inevitable heel turn, the Marquis is going to aim at the shark and then slowly slide his aim towards Silas and fire off a shot.
Okay.
For a 22 to hit.
That will hit Silas's AC of 13.
For 9 damage.
That's my entire HP.
No.
Fantastic.
Silas, you are in the water and he shoots you and hits you with his with
the blackjack, yeah. Or sorry, the Schofield. It's a physical attack.
And you go unconscious. Anything else for your turn, the Marquis?
Well, if I'm firing at people, I might as well fire twice. So the Marquis did the Marquis get an idea of like how big the shark looked?
It's like it's a medium-sized shark.
At a medium pace. Okay.
Is the firearm affected by the water?
It's even if they're in half cover, it doesn't matter because I have the sharpshooter.
Well, I mean, like you were in the water with your gun.
Does it have a water issue?
Well,
we don't have. I don't think
it's a modified crossbow. So.
I play in a cowboy campaign, and if it's raining or if it gets wet.
Yeah, you're right. Black powder would be affected by the water.
Yeah, I make Swain follow a very long
strict
list of firearm rules.
Firearm rules.
Who's closest to me?
In the water?
Yes.
Lee.
Well, I can't see Lee. I don't know that Lee's there. Lee is invisible.
Right.
So
There's an invisible hole in the water. You can tell that someone's there. Yeah. But yeah, it'd be disadvantage to try and hit them. If that's your thing.
That's great. That's fun. Love that. Do I have any ink in my backpack? It's like what I got in my inventory here. Those goblins were smart. I saw what they did. I don't have any. I've got oil, but that's not. I imagine that's not.
Throw
black.
some oil in the water. See what happens.
Yeah, you forget that I have fire bolts as well.
You're also on ice.
Very true. You're right. In that case, who's second closest to me then? Who can I see that's second closest?
Well, that's still up. That'd be Argos.
It would be Argos, I guess. It'd have to be Argos because Brad is kitty corner to me on the other platform. In that case, the Marquis levels his blackjack at Argos in the water and fires away.
Okay. Good, we're finally getting some PvP.
6. That's gonna miss. But you know what? But you know what? He's gonna action surge.
Oh boy.
Good.
And he's gonna fire again. Off the
Really wants to kill me here.
the 1-2, and then he, as the Eldritch Cannon falls back into its holster, he bans the hammer on his Schofield to fire another physical attack for a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
For 9 piercing damage.
All right.
And I don't know how much space is on this platform. I don't know how big it is. Is it? I mean, how big is this platform?
5 feet.
Okay, so it's like it's
Barely
really only
enough
one
for
person.
One person, yeah.
Okay, so I can't back up anywhere. Well, he's gonna kind of twirl his pistols back into his belt and twirl his mustache.
Okay, good.
Evilly.
Silas, you need to make a death saving throw. It's a flat d20. 16.
Look at that!
Right?
Yep, 16. Yep.
Does Walt die?
Okay, you take a success as your body is in the water, floating. Another shark swims up close to all of you.
We're all getting launched and shot.
It's a bloodbath out here.
It swims up and smells the blood and goes for Argos. And it is going to make an attack at you with advantage. Rolled 2 3s.
Wow!
That is a 9 to hit.
You're a lucky boy.
So lucky.
Misses. The shark swims up and misses that bite attack on you, Argos. And Lee, it is your turn.
Can I? So you said they're small platforms with halfling nimbleness or whatever it's called. Can I maneuver onto one that someone shares? Like, what's the deal with me trying to even approach a platform currently?
You're not sure. These platforms are really, really small. I know that you can. Does the halfling trait specifically say that you can like occupy the same space as another person?
Yeah, I guess it just says. Let's see. Yeah, just move through a space.
So I don't think you can occupy the same.
So you can slide across
space.
the ice patch between someone's legs,
Yeah, just belly slide right over and
like
back in the
a
water.
seal or a sea lion.
Okay. If I'm attacking someone from 5 feet away on the platform, am I like I'm not like underwater, but I'm still? Can I get up in the water? Am I at disadvantage there?
So the only types of attacks that will have advantage or have that won't have disadvantage are going to be the melee weapon attacks in the water, which would be specifically a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident. Everything else would have disadvantage.
Okay. I'm gonna swim up to the Marquis's platform and take an attack with my dagger if I can reach him.
You are able to, so go ahead and make that with advantage.
Yeah, we'll get advantage from invisibility. Finally revealing myself. 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, I'm gonna defensive flourish that with my last bardic inspiration. And I believe I'll just add that D8 to the damage, and that goes to my AC. That'll be 14 damage.
It hurts a lot.
Yeah.
And my AC will go up by the 4 from the D8
Nice.
or until the start of my next turn. And then as my bonus action, I'm gonna Healing Word at the 3rd level on myself.
Okay. Cool.
And as the Marquis goes down on one knee and comes face to face with this coward who's been hiding the whole time, he coughs out blood from the gaping wound in his chest and he goes, "Finally, you show up."
I just reach into my shirt, holding onto the platform with one arm, and just take a petrified hand, flipping you off, and hold it up
And show
at you on the
Good.
platform.
The hand comes back. Okay, I think that's it for your turn. You're just hanging on to the side of that ice platform, right?
Yeah, I'll just stay right there.
Okay. That was Lee's turn. Argos, you're up.
Okay. Are there still like walls around this?
In the Coliseum? Yep, it's like the entire
Yeah.
Coliseum floor is turned to water.
Okay. Can I use my bonus action, wild shape, using the combat wild shape from the Moon Druid? And I believe it is a CR1 creature, which I can do with the Moon Druid, but the giant octopus,
Yeah, I think it's a CR1, isn't it?
it appears to be.
Yeah, so you can wild shape into a giant octopus.
Okay.
Good.
Oh, how close am I to the Marquis?
You are 10 feet away from him, and that's in the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to use 10 feet of my 60 feet of swim speed
Okay.
to get to the the Marquis.
Okay, excellent.
And since I haven't used my action attack yet, can I use my tentacle attack? It's a melee weapon attack, 5 to hit, reach 15 feet, 1 target.
You sure can.
Okay. I will roll to hit with my tentacles. Ooh. That's a 13 to hit.
That misses.
Dang. Okay.
Anything else for your turn? Where do you want to end up? Or I guess you're, next to his platform.
Yeah.
Trying to swipe at him.
My entire plan is foiled. Where are the walls like behind him at? Like how far back are they?
The walls?
Yeah.
Like 35 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna swim that 35 feet then to get over by the wall.
Okay.
Hey, you better run.
You do leave his opportunity attack range. Because he's out of the water, I'll let him swipe at you because you
Forgot about that.
had swiped. It will be because he's underwater, because he's half underwater. It'll be a disadvantage if you'd like to make a melee attack at him, the Marquis.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that opportunity. So I guess it would be an unarmed strike at disadvantage.
Yeah, if that's all you got. So yeah.
Well, I mean, I've got I've got a dagger. I'm equipped with a dagger as a melee weapon.
Yeah, you can swipe your dagger. Yep.
Okay, but you said it's disadvantage.
Yeah, because it's he's half underwater and a tentacle came out, and you're gonna have to reach down and swipe him as he's going away.
That's fair.
Thing is, I could hit from 15 feet away too, so I should have just stayed where I was.
Well,
and then from there, I didn't need to move any closer to him.
I hit a 22 and then a 24. So
Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna hit. Roll some damage.
that's 7 piercing damage.
Thank goodness an octopus has a lot of health somehow.
Okay, that is good, and that is important that you have taken damage as the octopus now. Because you see a third shark swimming around. One that the Marquis didn't see because he didn't roll high enough on his perception roll, but he did see the second one. A third shark starts swimming around and is going to target one of you, and that will be one of you that are still in the water.
That tentacle comes flashing past.
It did roll for Argos. And so Argos, you are swimming away as the octopus and see a shark swimming toward you. And it is going to have advantage on this attack to hit you.
No calamari for you, please.
That hits for a natural 20.
Oh!
And it is going
That's 3
to...
crits from the enemies.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my, it does 23 points of piercing damage to you.
You know, we are still octopusing, so it's fine.
Good. Great. But it takes a chomp out of you, and that shark is right up on you now. We go back to the top of the initiative. Brad, you are standing on top of the ice platform. In the water, you see a bloodied Silas's body floating. Lee is in the water next to the Marquis, and there are 2 sharks in the middle of the in the middle of the water.
Okay. I have a dart on me that I can throw. I'm going to throw it at the Marquis.
Okay.
Oh, it's a 6.
6 is gonna miss. Your dart whizzes past his head. Anything else for your turn?
How far is it to his platform?
To his to
From where
Marquis's?
I'm
It is
We're kitty corner.
15 feet away.
You have multi-attack with that?
What's the hypotenuse?
Oh, wait,
He's kitty
I may
corner to
have
me.
multiple darts. Hold on. Oh yeah, I've got multiple darts, so I'm gonna throw another one.
You have multi-attack?
Yeah, because he's you're a monk,
Monks.
right? So
I'm a monk. I have
you
3
can
attacks
do
per
the
turn.
darts. Yeah, you can do 3 attacks.
Wow.
Trying to cowboy into a saloon dartboard here.
That's probably what they are. Just like dartboard
Yeah, they're
darts.
from that dive bar. Those cheap plastic
crit.
feathers, though. Oh my.
You crit. Oh no. Roll that damage.
I believe we call that a bullseye.
Whoa.
Right in the forehead.
It's gonna be 8 damage.
Marcus goes down.
Marquis is down on the platform, unconscious.
With a dart.
Dart sticking out of his.
It's got the name of the bar on the little feather parts of the dart.
Oh my god. Wow.
That's my turn. That's all
Okay.
I can do.
With 2 players down, the sharks swim away for a minute. And they kind of swim down and out, and the waters settle. And Silas and the Marquis, go ahead and make your death saving throws. As everything starts to calm, and you two are fighting to see if you can hit that natural 20 to bring yourselves up to 1 HP.
I got a 13.
We'll go Silas first. So, Silas, you have hit a 13, so that gives you 2 saves. If you hit another save, then you will be stable, but that doesn't bring you up to 1 HP. And at this point, what you need to continue on through this without becoming shark bait is to have that 1 HP to get up and avoid the damage. So go ahead and give me another death saving throw to see if you can hit that natural 20 to get 1 HP.
That's a 10.
10. You are stable in the water and your mind is there, but you're unable to really move. You're still unconscious and you feel your body becoming separate from your life force. What are some of the last thoughts that Silas has as he dies?
Well, I thought these were my friends, but I was wrong. And then, yeah, that's it.
And with that, Silas's body becomes limp, and the shark comes up and grabs it and shakes it around with his head and dives down into the depths. And the Marquis, go ahead and roll a death save.
I'm gonna roll them one at a time.
Yep.
Well, hey, I have turns in between these death saves.
Well,
Everything's
First
quiet
seven.
right now. So if you want to, so if
at
we want
least
to
trying to
keep
get over here
the-
and finish me off.
I mean,
what we can
I'll
do is
take
we can-
actions. I'll heal up. If we're just taking 30 seconds to roll death saves, then I'll do my actions. That's cool too.
This will be a turn for all of you, and so if you're wanting to do something against or if you want to like make sure that he's going to stay down or something, or do a turn for yourself, you may do a turn for yourself.
If we're doing that, I go before him in initiative order, and Brad was the last person to go. So I do get to roll a death save before he takes any action.
We will. If you're not going to engage with like the Marquis, if you're going to do something that's going to prevent him from doing all the saves, we won't go in initiative order necessarily. We'll just say that this is a free turn for Argos, for Lee, and for Brad, as the Marquis makes his saving throws.
Come on, baby. 13.
That's a save. That's a success.
8.
That's a failure.
Come on. Talk to me. Ugh, a 9. A failure.
A 9, so you have 2 failures.
12. Success.
Well, 2 failures, 2 successes. So this is the roll that you need to
If
hit
it was
that.
ever
I
going to
swear.
happen, it happened right here. Find out.
If he gets that.
A 10!
A 10. You feel yourself become a little bit more conscious, but the Marquis, you feel your life force start to leave your body. What are the last thoughts that the Marquis has before he dies?
So as that dart flies across the water and pops him right in the head, it knocks his hat off. And as he falls to the ice and the hat kind of floats down, he can see almost like through the mist, through the ether, this man, this one person he'd always thought he was better than, never really got a chance to challenge, reaching out to grab his hand. And as he falls, he reaches up to grab that hand. And as he loses consciousness, the last thing he remembers is grabbing out to his partner and rival.
Marquis, you feel yourself heading toward the great beyond, whatever that looks like. And you die. And you all hear the gong chime 5 times. The ice beneath some of you on the platforms and some of you in the ice spreads over the entire expanse of the water. You're able to get up on the ice as it spreads, those of you who are in the water.
As an octopus?
He's able to squirm up on top of
They're
the
very
ice.
sticky and
Yeah, probably better at it. They got really like
dexterous.
wide bases with all 8 legs sticking out.
The bottom of the arena is now covered in ice, and then grass starts to poke up through the ice. And very quickly, the floor is now grass. And then small shrubs, bushes, and trees grow up from the ground, and you find yourself standing in a small clearing in the forest. A 10-foot circle with an abjuration rune is stamped out in the grass, and you all stand around it. It looks like 2 people could probably stand in it, or 1 large creature. The 1/4 of the rune is illuminated. In the quiet forest, you hear nothing, and then you hear the sound of children's laughter echoing throughout the woods. You have a moment to speak as you all surround the rune.
I just make some popping noises because I can't speak.
Yeah. And do you have land speed as a
Yeah,
octopus?
it can survive outside of water for an hour, and I have 10 land speed, and I'm really annoyed that I used my last wild shape on the water to be an octopus, because that's not going to help me now. And now I'm in my favorite terrain ever, and I'm an octopus. So
You are an octopus surrounding the rune. Do you 3 have anything to say to each other?
Look at the octopus briefly. It's pretty far away, right? Too, like it moved a ways out of the center.
Yeah, so you guys, everything is kind of collapsed in, and you all are surrounding this rune now. So you all are very close to it. You all are within, none of you are standing in it at this point, but you're all surrounding it.
Brad, I been thinking a lot in the last 45 seconds or so, and I'm thinking I was maybe a little bit harsh about what it was like, being connected. Feel like it wasn't so bad. We're all as a team.
Yeah, I think the same thing. We, whatever that bottle was a little eye-opening as to what I'd want for my wish.
Yeah, I was never much of a strummer anyways.
Yeah, it tells.
I think I draw my sword on this octopus.
Yeah, we both turn. I turn towards the octopus as well.
With that, everyone roll initiative.
Oh my god.
here I was thinking of just like dropping wild shape and just saying you guys can go, but now you're like actively trying to.
Yeah, you guys.
I mean,
Like Argos in
octopus-
his mind was just considering like maybe I should just let them go and like stay here and die. It's peaceful here, and then it's just
I feel like
It's
I looked over
violent here.
to get like a read of Argos's expression and just saw those beady eyes of an octopus and was just like, that is terrifying.
Yeah, there's no expression on an octopus.
I do not feel safe.
It just looks like weirdly dry.
You guys are both going before me, so.
Argos, what is your initiative roll?
That's an 8.
An 8. And Lee?
11.
11.
My favorite roll of the night.
And Brad?
14.
14. Okay. You look at surrounding you in the forest. This forest, it looks, empty but dense with shrubs and trees. And you hear the children's laughter again in the forest. And you look down at that rune, that abjuration rune on the ground, 10 feet across. 1/4 of it is illuminated. And Brad, you are up first.
Sorry, Argos. I'm gonna take my attacks, unarmed strikes against it.
Okay.
First one.
Aren't I quite far away from them right now?
No, so everything had kind of like moved.
Oh, we're all in
moved
together.
you
Okay.
together, like forces beyond your abilities.
So you just have like
fuddled.
Edie, you just have two like bulbous eyes just kind of staring up at you. While I'm just spread as far as possible across the ground, and I just look like the most pitiful thing ever right now.
This is not much of an entertainment situation. First attack, 13
That hits.
for 8 damage.
Okay.
Second attack is a 19
That hits.
for 9 more damage. My bonus action attack
Oh goodness.
is a 24
Yeah, that hits.
for 10 more damage.
Okay. I am no longer an octopus. They have a
that
lot
was
of
quick.
health, though.
Wow. And so you revert back to your form. Was there any leftover damage from that 10?
Yeah, there was 5 leftover damage.
And so you will take that 5 leftover damage as Argos's form.
Oof.
Lee, you are up.
Wow. You're a druid. You got a pretty good chance to save this. But I think I'm gonna cast Hold Person on Argos.
Okay.
The DC 14 Wisdom save.
That is a 25.
Okay, fair. I'm gonna back up a little bit.
So how far away from Argos do you want to be?
Actually,
sorry.
because Brad was melee. Forgot. So was already up there. So I'll get like 15 feet, maybe just to try to flank him. Move to the side. I'm not just standing behind Brad.
You want to be 15 feet away from him, but like
Yeah,
flanking
like a
him?
little. Yeah,
Okay.
and towards his other side.
All right. You.
Not even
able
hesitating
to do
when
that?
it became a human being again, just really couldn't even write it off as a creepy monster, just immediately.
I mean, technically, he's
I
not a
needed
human
a-
being. He is a person.
Oh, fair.
But
I did need a humanoid target.
Just-
he's an
Sorry,
old.
Argos
He
fell.
is a very old man. I will just say that.
Old man. Argos, sorry. Did you succeed on that or did you fail? Did you?
I succeeded on that.
Okay,
yeah.
So you succeeded. That's.
He pops
Flying
out of the
colors.
octopus form like what's his name? Pops out the trunk and hangs. Yeah.
Okay, Argos, you are up.
All right. So, if I look at the circle, what did you say it was? Runes.
10-foot. It's an abjuration rune, which is like a
Okay.
protection type rune.
And I can tell that only 2 people would fit there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would have been just you if you were the octopus as a
Yeah.
large beast, but yes, 2 people.
Okay. Is there any way that Argos could just look around the trees and the nature that have kind of grown up around him and sit down? And just say, this isn't worth it. I don't want to kill either of you. I'm not sure that I could. But this isn't so bad a place to die. I just ask that in whatever time you come from, whatever world, that you take care of nature for me. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, the abjuration rune lights up. Another fourth of it lights up, so half of it are lit up. Brad and Lee, how do you respond to this?
I think watching this older gentleman just shrug off my spell as if it was a passing thought and then sort of, take a passive stance definitely has Lee just fully hesitating and feeling way unsure about the sword in his hand now. Probably looking more at the rune to try to see what's going on there.
Okay. Yeah, you see the rune. It looks like a protection type rune. Go ahead and do an investigation roll if you want to investigate it.
I happily do that. I don't know if Brad has a better investigation than me, but that's a 12.
A 12. You don't really get much more off of the initial description of this rune. It's half lit. It looks like that there is some sort of time constraint of sorts, to this to whatever's going on. You look around and you hear the child's laughter echo through the forest.
Brad, your turn's before me, but should we do the same time strat like in the gauntlet?
Seems fair. And then we duke it out one last time on the other side.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Argos, hopefully this is the way you want to go. And I don't know if Lee's gonna do it, but I would walk over to the room and stand on it and leave Argos.
And Lee, you do the same?
Yeah, time it so we both get on or in the rune area at the same time.
You stand in the rune. Nothing happens with the rune. It goes to Argos's turn. Argos, sit there. Anything?
No, I appear to, I guess, like, if anything, it just looks almost as if I'm just in meditation. My eyes are closed. I'm just enjoying nature.
The rune lights up another third, and so 3/4 of it are lit. Goes back up to Brad and Lee. Do you do anything different?
I take a petrified hand.
The other hand.
I take Rend's hand out.
Okay.
I'm trying to form it into a gesture.
The fingers are just flopping down and don't stay upright. Here, I just turn it upside down and be like, just do a fist bump.
Good.
I'm gonna look at so we hear the voices and stuff. Is the crowd gone? All that has kind of.
It's quiet. The crowd is, if you're able to see through the trees a little bit, the crowd is there, but they are not making a whole lot of noise at this point. They're all intrigued as to what's going to happen.
Can I investigate the thing before we
go ahead
do it one last time? It's a 21.
21. Yeah. So you investigate it and you kind of run your fingers along the edge of the rune, and there seems to be a crack, in the rune, like a slot, and you feel like there's some sort of something that is surrounding the rune, and like maybe a wall or something that's going to come up. You're not sure.
I'm good to write it out.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
I say, there's probably some technical loophole about. Oh, I don't want to say loophole, but just written in the rules about one winner. But if you think about it, we've always just been Bradley Cooper. So maybe it'll still count.
Hopefully.
And then I salute Argos.
Goes to Argos's turn. Argos meditating, unless there's anything different. The rune lights up so it's completely lit. And the voices, the laughter seems to get louder, and it seems to be something is very close to you guys, and seems to be one more turn here. Brad and Lee standing inside. Anything different as you wait?
Just remarking on how long this is taking. Just like, man, I think it would.
I do like a
faster,
joking, like,
but-
I'm gonna push you out of the ring just at the last second, but I don't. Just like grab him and pull him back.
Argos, anything different for you?
Nope.
The rune deactivates. As you stand in the rune, a glass tube rises up, enclosing you two inside, Brad and Lee. As the glass locks into place, you see a small childlike doll peek from behind a tree. In its hand, it holds a large knife. You hear a chuckle behind you, and another doll creeps forward from the brush. In a tree, you see another. In a bush, yet another walks forward. They all smile a sharp, toothy grin, and then with incredible speed, sprint at Argos, who's meditating on the floor, where they immediately overtake him, slashing at his legs, his face, his body. Argos, the wounds become too much. What are your last thoughts as these dolls end your life?
Yeah, he just kind of like flashes back through his very long life and sees kind of all the destruction of nature that happened in his world, where there was almost nothing left and just him defending it. But he also sees the good people that helped him along the way to help rebuild nature. And he has a small inkling of hope that whoever ends up winning the competition will maybe take a little bit more care in their world.
Beautiful. Argos, your body dies and your life force goes on to whatever is beyond for you. And Brad and Lee, inside, you see dolls start to jump against the glass, trying to get to you with their knives, trying to slash at you, bite you, anything, but it's hitting the glass and not getting through. And then the forest. And then the forest begins to burn. The dolls run away out of sight, and the forest becomes a blaze of fire. It burns quickly. The trees turn to ash, which mixes with the sand below. The glass wall drops, and the rune disappears. And you are once again standing in the center of this sandy arena. And Aris floats down from his skybox. And he puts his arms out. Let's give it up for our final two gladiators! The crowd goes nuts. You two have made it through quite a lot. Just one more step, and the wish will be yours. Anything you'd like to say before we get on with it?
I hold up the hand, but I'm making the rude gesture by holding the 4 fingers down.
I'm just finding a way to like fashion the petrified one to my belt now, so it's just sort of always facing forward at whoever I'm looking at. I'm just like, at this point.
He looks at it and chuckles for a second and reaches forward and grabs the petrified hand and grabs the other decomposing hand and squeezes, and the hands disappear and disintegrate and go away in his hands.
Fucking pay for that.
Anything? Or just mockery?
No, I'm just gonna call him an asshole and
just waiting for one final trick. Let us go.
Well, as I've said since the beginning, there can be only one winner. And so it comes to this, a fight to the death, to become a legend of the lamp. And the crowd cheers wildly. He stretches his hands and pushes you 40 feet away from each other. Shall we count them down? 10, 9, the crowd joins in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! And you two, the final two gladiators, roll initiative.
My highest of the night with a 13.
a 6.
Cool. All right. So you guys are 40 feet across, right? 40 feet away. That was a random roll that I did to see how far would be the starting distance.
All right, Swain, time to do our Megazord combination move. Special 4th level feat from the latest book.
You guys grab Hobson and Gobson's trench coat and just try to pull it off.
Just sideways in it.
See if you can do it. Lee, you are first up in the initiative.
Kyle, I'm not even gonna tell you what it is. Lee understands if it's just the way the rules work that he made his wish at the beginning and that's locked in, but he's going to make a new wish in his mind in this moment, and you know, if it doesn't count, that's the way things go. So he signed up for this, but he's making a new wish and he's going to move towards Brad, and I'm gonna try on another wisdom-based character, another hold person.
Okay.
DC 14 wisdom save there, brother.
13.
Got him.
Got him. So go ahead and read your hold person spell.
Hold
on
person.
what is happening.
Within 60 feet, I moved up. Pretty sure I'm plenty close. Concentration up to a minute. You're paralyzed for the duration. The end of each turn, you can make another wisdom saving throw, which I guess you can do coming right up, and it ends on another save.
On the end of his next turn, he makes
the end of his turn,
Yeah.
so he will lose the turn
Okay.
if he saves.
And how far do you want to be from him?
I'm going to move my full movement towards him.
And be right next to him?
Oh, yeah, if it's
Gotcha.
close enough.
Yeah, well, I guess 40 feet. Yeah, so what's your
25, so I'll be you short. He's fast, I'm slow.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, he's 15 feet away from you. And that was so Lee's turn. Lee, you are this 5'11" halfling that looks like Bradley Cooper from
A Star Is Born.
From A Star Is Born. And Brad, you are a 5'11" halfling that it looks like Bradley Cooper from The Hangover.
Yeah.
And so, Brad, you are stunned, or you are held for this turn.
Yeah, fully paralyzed.
He's just
makes
thinking-
a save.
Classic Lee, like, maneuver. I should have seen it coming. But, like, he's not mad. It's how it goes.
So go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw and see if you can beat the save of 14.
10.
A 10, you fail. You remain held. Brad.
You mean Lee?
Lee. Sorry. Of course it's you two. Of course it's Brad and Lee. When I still when I was screwing up your guys' names in the gauntlet thing. Okay, great. Lee, you're up.
Run up. Sword. I have advantage. He's paralyzed. 23 to hit.
I'll hit.
11 piercing.
Okay.
We get to
And,
crits.
oh, it is an auto crit. You're right.
Oh, it is an auto crit. Yeah, because you're.
Thank you, voice from the beyond.
Oh my gosh. One of your
Ow.
voices. There's a lot of people in here.
All right, I'll just roll fresh. I don't try to. I can
paralyzed.
just tack on a D8, and that would be what would be equivalent. So we don't have to try to retcon damage. All right, one more D8. That's a 4.
I had 4 HP.
And there it is.
As I'm about to just puncture paralyzed brother, there's no dodging it. I just right before I do it, I look at Brad and I just say, if my new wish counts, then we'll be fine. Just want to get another look at you. Stab him in the stomach.
Brad, as you take the sword into the stomach, you feel like this is it. Your own brother stabbing you. You feel the light kind of go out. Feel your body start to die and collapse and your life force leave. What are your last thoughts before you die?
Brad's last thoughts are like, they don't feel so final. There's hope, and he's thinking about that trip to the karaoke bar with the wings and the guitar.
Lee, as your brother falls off of your sword, and Brad, your life force leaves your body, you stand victorious, and the crowd goes crazy. Cannons fire throughout the arena, shooting every color of confetti imaginable into the air. Trumpets blare a celebratory fanfare, and Aris stands next to you, raising your arm in the air. Your name is chanted among the crowd. Lee, 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 Lee. Aris looks down at you. Congratulations, legend. You've done it. And suddenly the arena quiets. The confetti hits the ground, and the fanfare stops. You look at the crowd, and starting at one spot, the members of the crowd start to collapse in on each other. In a wave-like fashion, the crowd starts to disappear across the arena, and ethereal bodies fly in from the stands into Aris, who appears like he is resorbing parts of himself. This happens until the entire arena is empty. Aris opens his eyes, looks to you, and says, "Now, what is your wish? Fame, power, money. You've become the legend. I'll give you anything."
I wished for my brother and I to be reunited as we once were, before we drank that potion, as it was in the good old days.
You would bring your brother back? The one
Yeah, that
you
guy.
have just defeated?
Oh, yeah.
You could have anything. You could have power beyond belief. You could have money. You could have riches. You could be lord over kingdoms. I am the most powerful genie in this world. You could have anything. You would bring back a life that you've taken?
I don't think you understand how satisfying it would be to be able to say that I beat him in this tournament forever.
This is a first. I get people looking for power over someone, looking to control someone or to be something that they're not. They come to me with frivolous wishes. And this is to bring back one halfling life and conjoining you together as you once were.
Yeah.
Born this way, you were.
Yeah, much like my co-star in A Star Is Born. Yeah, I mean, we bickered a lot. We thought it was what we wanted, and we were offering. You know how someone from the Fey Wild shows up and offers you something at a party, and they're like, "This will change your life," and then you're like, "Surely this has no side effects." We thought it was all good, but it just made us more bitter. So I want to wash all that away. Sure, we'll bicker and fight and argue over little things, but it's better than really going at it.
It is a powerful wish, but I'm a powerful genie, and I can do much more than that. You know, all the other combatants, all the other gladiators in this arena had wishes, had dreams of the future. I would leave it up to you, but why stop there? Why not bring everyone back?
Yeah, that's no, wait, because that makes me like the weird wish guy, and he looked absolutely disgusting. There was something wrong with him.
No, you've touched me. You know, you've touched my heart, and this isn't something I've seen before. And so speak your wish, if you desire to bring just back your brother or bring back everyone.
I wish that all of us who participated in this tourney were restored to the versions of ourselves that we felt the most comfortable, the most like ourselves, however that may be.
He gives you a sly smile a devilish grin. And he raises his hand and he casts a spell. And everything goes white for a second. You feel something attached to you. And you feel it attached as it was before. And Lee, you feel Brad right next to you. And Brad and Lee, everything's kind of white for a second, but you guys are together again. What do you say?
You did it, brother.
I beat you.
Ah! Oh no. We're not gonna hear the end of that, huh?
I won. But hey, good job with
plenty more. Next time, I'll save.
Plenty more. When's the next one of these?
I mean, we're gonna play. What? We're gonna stop here. We're not gonna play checkers or like we used to.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, let's stick to darts because that was an amazing shot, by the way. That was right in the noggin.
Ooh, yeah. It's a good thing I stole those darts.
Yeah.
But it's good to be back, brother.
We do a side-by-side fist bump.
Good.
The weirdest predator handshake where we're like gripping the outside of it.
You start to hear a noise. Sounds like a crowd cheering. The light kind of fades around you, and the crowd sound gets louder, and you find yourselves standing in the middle of a coliseum on an arena floor with a cheering crowd all around you. You look left and right and see 16 total gladiators standing in a line, looking back and forth, all with looks of terror in their eyes. Firing from a distance past the Colosseum, cannon fire fires and the blue smoke trails and lands in the middle of the arena, and Aris steps forward with arms out wide and says, "Who's ready for the third bisesquicentennial War of the Wishes, Legends of the Lamp?" And he looks to you and gives a sly grin, and then the tournament continues forward, just as it had before. Camera pans out of the arena and back into the Talltale Tavern. Someone standing in the back of the room raises their hand up in the air. Excuse me, bartender, are these stories real? Like, did that actually happen? The cloaked figure at the bar turns around and takes down the hood of their cloak and reveals two people in a single form, Brad and Lee, bruised, beaten, slashed. The bartender continues reading the story and says, "We must have fought in that tournament dozens of times. We lost count. Every time one of us ending, and one of us killing the other, and one of us wishing just the same, not knowing how else to get out of the loop. Until finally we were able to make it out. But that's a story for another time," and the bartender closes the book. And Brad and Lee, you sit, very old looking Brad and Lee, different than what you had looked before, more like Bradley Cooper at the end of Maestro, stuck together. Do you say anything to the tavern?
Just hold up 2 middle fingers.
You hold up 2 middle fingers. The bartender chuckles and says, "Okay, who needs a drink?" And everyone in the bar raises their hand and tries to get his attention. It's been a while since he's been servicing anybody. He walks over to the shelf and places the book back where it came from and goes behind the bar and starts taking orders. And Brad and Lee, out of the corner of your eye, you think you see something happening at the bookshelf. But when you look, everything appears normal. You could have sworn there was a clearish red ooze that creeped out from behind the books and covered the gladiator story completely. But looking now, you don't see anything. You shrug and take another sip of your drinks. And that concludes GlaD&Diators! We did it! Congratulations, Lee Bones, for being the final gladiator, the winner, the Legend of the Lamp. Thank you to all the players for this massive endeavor. Their socials can be found in the description. Thank you to all the playtesters of the Gauntlet round. Without you, this would not have turned out the way it did. If you want to see the video of the episode, it will be up on our YouTube. Follow us at Talltale Tavern Podcast on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. If you like us, give us one of those good 5-star reviews. Join our Discord too. Thank you to Tyler Adelsperger for our intro music. Thank you to Zaezar for our artwork. And with that, we will see you next time at the Talltale Tavern.